Hello everyone, welcome back to TVBee, and it's been a while. I've been busy with life, it gets busy. But today I have very important news, which is that World of Tanks has turned their game into World of Tanks Blitz in the Asia server, guys. How is this? Well, as you can notice, the team list is very small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of 15, right? You just pay 15, so there's even the slots for 15 tanks. And that is because in this newest update that came out today, with not really much of an announcement, Wargaming has made it so that in the Asia server, to combat low player count and to make queues faster, they have decided to make the game 10v10, which is great. Um, is it? Well, when the World of Tanks maps is very small, as you can see, there's like 4 tanks spotted. That's like 40% of the enemy team, and we're just fighting in Himmelsdorf here, and it's very lacking. There's not a lot of There's not a lot of players to play with, and as you can see, even no one has joined the hill, for example, in this match. No one is playing the game normally. Going to the hill, spreading out. They're just going to where the damage is. As you can see, the TNH is here, and there's most of the enemy team. Um, and well, World of Tanks maps are bigger than World of Tanks Blitz maps, right? And Blitz is 7v7. So it leads to, you can say, different gameplay in which people don't bother to spread out. For example, like this Carnarvon here, he has no body to fight. And why did Wargaming do this? Well, in the ANZ server, there's like say 800 to 1,000 players on a good day playing, and that's not enough to make lots of 15 to 15 queues. There are certain times of day in which you cannot play tier 10s because there's just not enough people playing. Um, so this is a method to try and combat this, in which we're making more games by making 10v10s. However, it's led to some issues that is that comes from oversights, right? For example, this 10v10, you're definitely gonna start getting less damage. There's simply 5 less tanks. There's like in tier 10, 5 times 2,000. That's at least 10,000 less hit points you can play with. You can farm, and that's an issue with the mission tree, guys, with the campaign, because as you can see, the missions are not changed yet. So, for example, if you want to do 3d15, you have to do 8,000 damage in a 15v15 game. That's okay. But in a 10v10 game, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do 8,000 damage when there's only 10 enemies to farm and you have 9 teammates, right? So it becomes very much more difficult, and if you want to get the second, um, you want to get the honors, you want to destroy 6 enemy vehicles, you're gonna have to destroy like 60% of the enemy team, which is a ton of people, right? Um, there's only, oh no, we're gonna die. Oh, we're not. Wow. Okay. The Boras bounce, even though T30 already shot, but that's okay. But yeah, coming back to the main topic here, you can get 6 kills in a 15v15 match much easier than you can in a 10v10 match, right? So if you are going to put in 10v10 matchmaking, but not change the missions, it just makes the missions impossible to do. Because if you have less hit point pool, you have less tanks to play with, then these missions are not balanced. They become so much harder than they are before. The 279 missions as well. Receive an ace tanker. Well, since there's less to farm, you're gonna get less XP, which means it's gonna be harder for you to get ace tanker. But when you get 15v15 games, because other people are playing 10v10 games, it's easier to get ace tanker. So it just creates for a very, oh no, isn't it? It creates a very unbalanced experience in which missions that were balanced before and rewards that were balanced before, such as ace tanker, it becomes completely non-balanced. And this is a test that Wargaming did. Oh wow. Well, I guess that was over-angled. But this is a test that Wargaming's doing towards the Asia server, I guess. That they might look to implement in other servers, which may struggle with player numbers. But it's not a good change until they change the missions and they change the reward system, right? To compensate. Because a 4,000 damage game against 10 people is arguably a 6,000 damage game against 15 people because there's 5 more people to farm. Is this player getting compensated for 4,000 damage? Barely, because they had potential to get more, right? So that's what people are saying. Oh, I guess you cannot see how much damage I did. Oh no, not me, my friend. Here, I'll move myself. There you go, 4,000 damage. You can see it now. So yeah, like, can people be fairly compensated for this new change without any further disruptions to the ecosystem from wargaming, right? How you can do that is maybe you can change the missions. So like, if it's against 15 tanks, you only have you can do it 8,000 to and 6 vehicles. But if it's against 10 tanks, you do like 6,000 to 4 4 vehicles, for example. But it's very difficult, and yeah, the implementation of this 10v10 matchmaking is very controversial. Could be fun, but not even talking about the gameplay, just the rewards. It's not fair, right? It's so hard. Like it's just impossible for you now to do these missions. If you get a 10v10 match, you load up the game, you see it's 10v10, and you're like, oh, I guess I'm not getting this mission done right now. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I don't think that they are going to put this in the other servers, but maybe they would. But at the same time, I don't think any other server struggles with players the same way that ANZ server did. But then they're putting it in the HK server as well, which is I think the biggest issue that people have. The Australia server is dead, right? Sorry to say, but 800 people playing and you're struggling to get tier 10 games in certain hours a day is not good. Certain hours of the day is not good. But there's no reason as to why you should put this in the HK server. And that's what people are complaining about. Maybe if you isolated it, so like, if you wanna go play 10v10, play in the ANZ server, pause your mission, whatever. But if you wanna play 15v15, then you have to play HK server. But at the same time, that disadvantages us players who want to play 15v15, right? So it's really difficult. And there's a change that's causing lots of reaction, and hopefully Wargaming can make proper changes, maybe revert the changes, think about it some more. Or if they're gonna stick with this, then hopefully they bring out some changes that will fairly compensate the players who are playing 10v10 instead of 15v15. Or they can just say, if you want to play 7v7, go play World Tanks Blitz, right? This is a different game than World Tanks Blitz. We don't want it to be 10v10. 15v15 is nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me. This is just an update from the Asia server. You guys are watching from outside. And that's what we gotta deal with. So everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.